Have you ever wondered why Donald Trump, even after everything, scandals, media storms, courtroom drama, and non-stop political chaos, continues to dominate the American spotlight like no other figure in modern history? Because behind the headlines, beyond the tweets, and beneath the surface of the red tie and sharp suit lies a man who redefined the rules of power, personality, and influence in a way the world had never seen before. And missing this story means missing a piece of the political DNA that continues to shape America. Whether you're a die-hard supporter, a vocal critic, or just someone caught in the whirlwind of his name trending every other week, the truth behind Trump isn't just shocking, it's addictive. His journey from Manhattan's high-rise real estate empires to television celebrity as the fiery host of The Apprentice didn't just build a brand. It created a persona that millions either worship or fear, and every chapter of that transformation has layers of drama, ambition, and strategy that most politicians only dream of. Long before the White House, Trump was mastering headlines and building controversy as a tool for staying on top, using brashness as a weapon and unpredictability as a shield. And once he stepped into politics, he didn't just play the game, he flipped the board, starting with that escalator ride that launched a campaign the world laughed at, until they weren't laughing anymore. Suddenly, newsrooms were filled with non-stop Trump coverage, late-night hosts couldn't stop cracking jokes, and yet somewhere in all the noise, something began to shift. Millions of Americans were listening and believing. What makes his story so viral, so constantly magnetic, is that it's not just about politics, it's about rebellion, disruption, and the feeling that someone finally dared to say what others only whispered. But it wasn't just talk. Every move, whether it was the controversial travel bans, the border wall promise, the trade wars with China, or the pandemic press briefings, sparked global debates, lawsuits, protests, and fierce loyalty from a base that began to feel more like a movement than a traditional voter bloc. And when the 2020 election came and went, bringing with it chaos, conspiracy, and one of the most dramatic post-election narratives in US history, Trump didn't disappear, he only became more mysterious. From secretive meetings to social media bans, from criminal indictments to the rally stages he never abandoned, his ability to keep the public on edge is unlike anything seen before. His words move markets, divide families at dinner tables, and reshape entire news cycles with a single sentence. The viral obsession around him isn't just about his policies, it's about the emotional rollercoaster he brings to the American experience. Trump understands attention better than anyone. He feeds off it, controls it, commands it. And while other politicians release carefully rehearsed statements, he speaks in gut punches, sparking immediate reaction, outrage, and applause all in one breath. That unpredictability is his greatest weapon, and for better or worse, it makes every moment with Trump feel like it could explode. It's that sense of not knowing what's next, of living inside a political thriller where the next plot twist could land with the next tweet, that keeps everyone watching. But beneath the noise, there are deeper layers. His relationship with family, his unfiltered thoughts about loyalty, betrayal, success, and how he views himself not as a politician, but as a symbol of resistance against what he calls the system. He's built his empire on defying expectations, winning battles in courtrooms and public opinion simultaneously, and using controversy not as a setback but as a springboard. Each accusation, rather than tearing him down, often rallies his followers even more fiercely, turning what would normally be a PR disaster into a renewed call for loyalty. And yet, beyond the bravado, beyond the red hats and roaring crowds, there's the strategic mind of a man who knows exactly how to control his own narrative, knowing that every opponent, every journalist, and every late-night host keeps him alive in the headlines. That's the genius of it all. He doesn't chase attention, he commands it. As we stand today, with a nation still split, with court cases looming, and new political ambitions brewing, Trump continues to be not just a man but a movement. He's not retreating, he's recalibrating. He's not fading away, he's evolving. And the most chilling part? He might just be getting started. So if you think you know Donald Trump, if you believe the viral clips and one-liner headlines have told the full story, then this is your wake-up call. Because what you haven't seen is the calculated rise, the weaponization of fame, the deep loyalty he commands, and the fear he instills, not just in political opponents but in a system that never expected someone like him to win once, let alone threaten to do it again. He's a mirror to America's divisions, a symbol of rage for some and redemption for others, And whether you love him or loathe him, ignoring his story is ignoring the direction of the country. And right now, that story is reaching its most critical chapter. So ask yourself, are you just watching the headlines, or are you ready to finally understand the man behind the noise?